I would just start first by acknowledging like a tremendous crowd. You know, the best of the year, and a tribute to our students that are finally back in session, and the community, and the work of our, you know, our marketing and our promotions people, you know, really creating a really good home court atmosphere. You know, I told our guys in the locker room, we told them before the game, you know, there's no such thing as a knockout punch. You can't play the score, you just gotta control the stuff you can control. Your defensive energy, taking care of the ball, getting good shots. And I thought our guys did that. I thought we defended, you know, at an exceptionally high level, certainly at the beginning of the second half. Now they scored 10 there late. You know, we said just don't let the way the game ended, it ended kind of like in an ugly fashion, detract from, I thought, some really good basketball in the second half. And you know, we were not sharp offensively. We had good shots that we missed. You know, we coming into the game with clearly the best free throw shooting team in the league. These guys knock them down every day. Good. Sometimes those things happen. But what I like is, you know, if you're not necessarily clicking on all cylinders offensively, to really defend and still control the game. You know, I think there's way more positives, and you know, to be 7-1 right now, and knowing that we haven't maxed out. We got a lot of room yet in terms of how much better we can get.
Jared, what was the key to solving their zone and finding the gaps after that very slow start to the game?
I think for us it's just to keep moving the ball and try to get people in the middle on the baseline. For the most part, no matter who we're playing in the zone, if we can do that, we usually get good shots.
And in this particular instance, what did you see? How did you see it unfold?
Just try to get to the middle of the floor, because Justin and Jordan and some of the other guys are really good cutters. So if you can catch the ball there, they'll get going towards the basket. It's usually a layup or something like that.
Coach, we've seen a lot of zone defense recently. I'm kind of wondering why you think teams are going zone versus us. It doesn't seem to cause a lot of problems, but just kind of curious what you see from the A-10 versus us so far.
You know, part of that is the teams. You know, so there'll be, you know, GW has played quite a bit of zone this year. Fordham has played quite a bit of zone. So part of that is just like it is how they play defense. And I thought, you know, and part of it is there's a little bit where we got to play with a mixture of daring and caution, and that's a fine line, you know, in zone offense. And so we had, I thought, some really good looks early, and the ball moved inside out, and we missed them. And then we kept going inside out and got some really good looks and scored to go ahead in the first half. Then we kind of looked for the quote-unquote knockout punch and shot threes without the ball touching the paint. And that's what we talked about. There's no such thing as a knockout punch. It's the 2-point punch, and a 2-point punch, and a 2-point punch, and a 3-point punch, and defensive stops. And in the second half, I thought we played really well and got the ball inside, and Jared converted, and guys cut. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, my sense would be, and all we've worried about is GW, but I would, you know, like that's not necessarily, I don't think at VCU's, you know, they're going to play how VCU plays, and Richmond's going to play how Richmond plays. And so it just happened to be that the last two home games, you know, we saw a steady diet of zone.
Coach, AJ had an illness in the Dayton game, and then he didn't play any minutes today. Could we get a status up on him?
Yeah, he's still recovering, you know, and I think he's going to be fine. And he could have played today if we needed him, but you know, we want to get him back at full strength. And every game is situational in terms of what the defense at GW is playing, and their offense, you know, with really, you know, perimeter-oriented attacks. So it just varies from game to game. He was available as opposed to last game, and you know, I'm sure we'll see him out there next Saturday.
Otis, how nice is it when you're trying to break a zone to have somebody like Jared who can maybe score inside, but then make a nice pass to it?
Yeah, it's real nice. You know, just have that presence in there. You know, for us, it's big time.
you know. We all trust him, you know, when he has the ball in there, and he's such a great passer, you know, he has great vision, so we know that if we can just, just play with him in there and just space out for him. He can either like shoot or pass it, and we're fine with either or, you know. So it's real good for us.
Otis, what do you make of this team now? 8 games, having won 7, and you won 5 in a row now. It's come in different fashions. Some pretty games, some not so much. What's your take on it so far?
Great start, you know, but we're not satisfied though, you know, not in the slightest. You know, we're still hungry. We still have a lot that we can get better at, you know, from each game. And we're just really focused on the next game, you know, next play, next game mentality. You know, that's within, you know, that's how we've been thinking. So, you know, like I said, like great start, but we have a long way to go, you know, and we know that. So we're just gonna keep practicing hard, you know, and looking forward to the next game. Looking forward to getting better each day.
Coach, did you get an explanation from the refs on those 2 calls at the end of the game?
I was trying to get it real quick, but not too fast.
Jared, when you say this team is resilient, even when you were, I think it was 2 for 13 early on, you just kept shooting the offense, you finally found it early in the second half?
Yeah, I think we've been in enough close games now and won a few of them that we've learned to just keep going with whatever we're doing. We trust Coach, we're going to do what he says, and we know that if we do what he says long enough, it's either going to go our way or it's not, and we're just going to keep doing what we're doing as hard as we can, so it's worked out.
Thank you.